Moonman.
All these years and I still can't get my head around what Augustine did. Sacrificing our whole team. And for what? What did our blood pay for? Oh, Commander. Thought you were Val. Glad to see you up and ambling about. And not, human stew. You know, when I first learned some of the escape pods made it away from the station, I'd hoped. I did search for you, Commander. Just as soon as I was able. So then, I gather Val's described our state of affairs?
Confirmed. The commander has received a full briefing on the following topics: the invasion of Arcadia, the Rift, and Agent DeVries' survival.
DeVries. Would have been better if she joined the dead. I figured she'd done just that until I got the alert that she brought down the Earth Directorate satellite. If she's of a mind to, she could use the information on that thing to destabilize the Rift and destroy Arcadia. She was one of us, Commander. It's our responsibility to stop her.
Acts of unprovoked violence are not sanctioned by the Earth Directorate except on occasions of premeditative self-defense. Searching. Mission parameters not found. Please contact the Earth Directorate for updated orders.
Can't, Val. You know that. She's going to ground now. But as part of her original undercover mission, DeVries was inserted at the Vox relay station on Paradise Island. She did follow protocol, established a safe room there. Wager that's where we'll find clues as to her present plans and whereabouts. Thank you, Commander. Means a lot coming from you. Just to be clear, I'm not saying we're strolling up to the Vox station and knock nicely. The Vox is highly restricted and heavily defended. It'd be a death sentence. We might ought to explore the island first, find out what we can. The satellite alert pinged DeVries' tracker in a town, name of Fairfield. Wasn't nowhere clear as yours, so we need to poke around a bit. Doubt she's there now, but it seems a better place to start than assaulting a protectorate communications hub.
Moon. Aku juga kabeh. Up tuh.
gotta be the Vox relay.
Vox stations serve as key communication hubs for the Protectorate. Unauthorized visitors are likely to be shot or hanged on site.
That's why we're headed to Fairfield first. Less chance of us getting shot while picking up debris trail. Sounding glib? That ain't a good sign.
Correction. The sign seems to be functioning nominally.
I'll say the same for the trooper.
Nge-lag kali, Wak.
Company. Must be from that ship on the landing pad.
Whoa there, go-getter. Welcome to Fairfield, now under the new and improved management of Auntie's Choice. I'd usually ask if you were affiliated with the previous regime, but you lack the bewildered gaze of a yay-saying Protectorate subject. Even so, going to have to ask you to identify yourself. Still a war on and all. Ah, yes. All us troopers share a unique bond, don't we? A certain camaraderie. For we are all but tools of war. Eh? Something like that? Look, I appreciate your attempt at playing excessively familiar with me to get inside, but it don't really matter. End of the day, we let most anybody in. Bottom line's all we care about is our bottom line. That'll be all. Unless you got any questions before you're on your way. Oh, we got everything. One of them, at least. Clinic's over there on your left. Watering hole's a bit down on the right. Market's a straight shot down the lane. On the way from the landing pad? Had a convoy out that way. They're overdue. See any sign of them? Damnation. I know that toss ball. Belonged to a friend on that detail. Keepsake, I guess. Thanks. That'll mean a lot to his family. They can use it to pay his gravesite fees. Fool never bothered keeping up on the payments. Them Protectorate drones been a serious menace of late. Heard Trooper Faulkner shot a few. You find a way to put a stop to them. There's a bounty for it. What? You been in hibernation or something? We're here to bring the free market's liberation to the people of Arcadia. And Arcadia's bounty to the rest of the galaxy, of course. As I've never heard of her, can't say I can. Seems like Minister Milverstreet knows everybody, though. Probably ask him. Anything else? Once again, welcome to Fairfield, the official new home of free trade and self-reliance on Eden. been the type to sit behind a desk all day. What, when I could stand behind a bar? Welcome to the name-pending saloon, purveyor of spirits and stimuli. What'll it be, stranger? Why, sure. You'd be surprised how much loose talk and idle speculation occurs around here. What, between them Protectorate defectors, finally able to speak their... Any particular topic you have in mind? Basically, to avoid it at all cost. They have a brigadier up there by the name of Montel. Real piece of work, even by Protectorate standards. Reportedly enamored of show trials and summary executions. Tell you one thing you can't avoid, the bridge. We have a small contingent of troops bivouacked nearby. Forward Operating Base, they call it. Oh, Minister Milverstreet's blessed with the gift of gab. Swear he could sell bypass shunts to a Raptidon. Ain't one of them. Shares command of Fairfield with Acquisitions Officer Carr. She's blunt. To say they have differing approaches to leadership is like saying, gee, suns are hot, whilst being incinerated in a solar eruption. My pleasure. Got anything for me in return? Of course I know that. We all do. Just trying to make some... Here I was hoping you'd have a good story for me in exchange, but... oh well. Not everyone's a seasoned raconteur. Reckon so. Here's what we've got.
Interesting.
Be one of my copious direct reports. Rest assured, I'm making adequate progress in... Time for another performance review already. Apologies, I'm still applying the required elbow grease to scour these surfaces, just like a novice facility sanitizer should. Oh no, this meritocratic society is still so foreign. The workplace skullduggery, the prioritizing of self over community, the excessively colorful nutrition. It surely is. I was a drone operator right here in Fairfield. Gave nigh on 50 years of zealous... Never even heard the phrase job security up until a month ago, but it seems I lack it. Can barely keep up with all these gumptious sorts. Oh wait, there's a sprat race? Are we expected to bring our own... Never mind, I'll figure it out.
Skepticism. I'll pay my tab in no time. You'll see. Mark my words, when my deal...
That guard wasn't being ironical about the giant hologram of the town hall.
Hostler.
Well, guess we ought to go acquaint ourselves with that minister like she said.
Go negotiate your own contract. I got mine locked.
Swear, I almost had it this time. Everything all lined up. Look like you've had your share of troubles. Ever had the perfect opportunity just slip through your fingers? So you can understand my situation then. I had just the thing to get me a fast-track promotion to lower middle management. Now you seem like someone who knows a good deal and wouldn't be adverse to helping me out. It's like this. I agreed to meet with a business associate to finalize a deal, but the location of the funicular to Spire Grove broke recently, so I got no way to get up there. Why, the path there might be lousy with Raptidons for all I know. It wasn't before, but mayhaps they were just lulling me into a false sense of complacency, so they can strike. Not particularly. already have plenty of... I can't imagine setting foot... You see, my partner there unearthed an unexploited protectorate technology. Wouldn't go into details, but promised it'd revolutionize the daily life of Auntie's Choice citizens. Pitched him the dumbest deal I could think of. Told him I'd trade him my entire tossball card. Complete rube. Didn't even ask about condition. My Kelvin Tran rookie card isn't even ultra fine. Got a piece of nicotine chewing gum stuck to it. Opportunistically leveraging different... I have a few bits I can offer you. Not much, but if it turns out a roaring success like it ought to, and I get a fat promotion, I promise I'll see you're taken care of later. Splendid. Go parlay with Jackson Plum up at Spire Grove. He'll provide the agreed-upon schematics. Well, the broke-down funicular is due west of here. Dexterous looking so-and-so, like, so close, but so far away. At least for me, anyhow. All right, then.
From Swarm.
The door this tough? They must be storing something good in there.
Yeah, guns, armor, probably some ammunition too. Honestly, Kemp, ain't that...
Have you two come to mock me like your fellow dullards? No. On the contrary, you have the manner of an officer about you. Someone who understands the substantive weight of command. From your tone, am I to suppose it didn't end well? It must have been a nettles. Please, allow me to start over. I am Warden Sterling, dedicated servant of the Protector of Arcadia and Caretaker of Worlds. I'm not that kind of warden. It's a title of distinction for those who serve in the Protectorate military. Short for Warden. And if I did, so you would. But I am of two minds on the matter of providing one. I think it best we end our conclave here.
You're thinking too small, Murph. I'd put money on the Protectorate stashing treasure inside.
It's a constabulary, not a bank. Besides, these Protectorate lack imagination. Never had an original thought wasn't written down for them first. I'd guess you're one such person.
Boleh.
And a wrong one, as we've learned in dealing with this...
We've tried everything short of skipping a ship through that door to get inside. Though, come to think of it, maybe that's not such a bad idea.
Don't encourage him.
Fine, Skip drives out. Say, maybe we could commandeer one of them tractors out in the field instead. Oh, bet that could plow through the door.
Hah?
Mana?
Oh, ikut.
If you don't hear me laughing, it's...
You did throw your helmet at it that one.
Whose side are you on here, Murph?
In case you haven't noticed, we're in the middle of a war. And hard to say whether we're winning or not. Better question is why no one else is treating this like a top priority. Part of being a good soldier is knowing your strengths and your weaknesses. For example, I'm good at shooting wisecracking stooges in the face. Want to see?
Tell him about the bridge, Murph.
In any siege, advantage goes to the defenders. Right now, when Officer Carr ever gets the go-ahead, we need to be ready.
If. What?
Right. With all our new trainees, we've got the number.
If there are any weapons at all.
You've made your case, Kemp. I'm more interested in hearing the opinion of our new friend here. What do you suppose is in there?
I don't smell anything.
I don't see it mattering much either way.
That door is sealed tighter than a salt tuna can. Nobody's getting through anytime soon. You sound like you've got something percolating. Wish I had that.
Guess we gotta start afresh.
Up to, but I'm not ready.
Leave me be. I have no interest in dealing with the machinations of you dark marketers today.
Trigger finger's still tired.
Don't go into that cheap saloon if you got a lick of gumption. They got no tolerance for it. Why do you think I'm out here? Has nothing to do with my current and very temporary shortage of funds.
No signs of corrosion. Exhaust manifold still warm. Come on, baby. I can't help you if you don't tell me what's wrong.
That must be the greenhouse. You know, one where that Emily is supposed to be moving stolen goods.
You just stopping by to admire the mines, or is there something I can help you with? See this system here? However, the whole thing is currently non-op. No sky mines means the enemy can blow in like a bad sail, and we'll all be passing in our bits before you can. Not unless your talent for interruption matches your knowledge of lifting mechanisms?
This paradigm of yours, or sovereign, or whatever, does it really provide everything you want? We have provided everything we need.
I'm simply not credulous enough to accept this is where I've ended up. Doing the work of at least 3 lackeys. A full half-dozen automechs. A lonesome. I'd welcome you, would-be consumer, but we are not a retail operation. Please visit the various consumer locations around Fairfield for all your purchasing needs. I have far too many claims on my... I was meant to have help, but they lacked the barest amount of gray mat. Breaking my back, trying to... So, is there anything else, or can I get back to work? Really? Feel you're entitled to that information, do you? Nah, it's only a crime if you get caught. And you only get caught if you cause enough trouble that excessive corporate malfeasance... So long as you respect their boundaries, keep the right palms. But since the original crew we sent here couldn't handle those 3 simple rules, it does so happen I have an opening for a well-paid Wonderful. Your jib is exactly the kind of... I'm part of Sub Rosa. We're a group of merchants, information brokers. We're the best way to get things done in anti-space if you're looking for profit. Want to buy it, sell it, move it? We've got someone to do it for you.
Kula nambah telur asin nggih.
Oh, isn't that just wonderful? I had no suspicion when you walked through my door that you'd help resolve the
Penjualnya
last
penjual
of the
panganan sing
morass
bose kerem ini.
Paradise Island has
Makasih
become
nih.
for us.
Oh, nggih.
And all we need you to do is access Quartermaster Cardos's terminal and scrub any Spectrum vodka from her ledgers. It's already been resold, so having it in her system could become problematic. Expunge it, and I get you some bits, and the friendship of Sub Rosa all over the system. And I'll be waiting here with your bits.
Ectoplasm. Wait. Nope. Just taro excrement.
Terima kasih nih. Menghormati nih. Iki tinggal iki dibantu. Wes lah, wes aku ngaku.
Ukur kula tak paling.
Oh, kok niku ini. Ini kecil paling ngadune arek ya melayu-melayu. Diam. Duduk diam. Kalau mau makan dapat lauk. Duduk situ. Mana terus ya?
Baik.
Heavens. And shouldn't sneak up on a man like that. Good way to earn a bullet betwixt the eyes. You know, you might be right. Guess I should apologize for all that hullabaloo before. Just mistook you for another unfleshly manifestation. Not very friendly, are we? Say, you must be that new gallivanter people have been burbling about. Kinda thought you'd be scarier. You sure do got a mean edge. Bet you're real cunning. It all started the other night. Saw a personage leaving the greenhouse. Happened again the next night. Gave chase that time, but lost him hereabouts. I turned a corner and they'd up and vanished. Or maybe this entity only had the strength to manifest but briefly on this mortal coil. Communication would have proven too difficult for a being of pure information. That sort of name-calling is unwelcome and uncalled for. If you don't want to help, then be on your way. No one nailing your feet to the ground. I certainly won't say no to having a fresh set of lamps.
Being this close to anyway. Need something, Commander? Sure. Oh.
Actual remote.
Error. How may this unit assist you, Commander?
Can't anyway. Need something, Commander? Sure.
Too much Spacer's Ale? Try Auntie's Choice Pepsi.
what she's done.
My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station. Seems a colony so certain of its absolute control. I was able to easily widen out a space. I have hacked into. I thought my duties complete. All that was left was, well, I don't understand. And I am the only one in a position to act upon it. I did it. With the complete gullibility of the Protector, I can only keep telling myself it had to be done.
I can't believe this. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientist. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking? No. No. You... Damn it! I never wanted to talk about this. DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy. We all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us. It's embarrassing now. How much worse she figured my own, and then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's number. The Order they send is just another sect of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. Believe they can predict the future or some such. But 10 years ago, I would have said the same about... I mean, she always struck me as so... pragmatic. Real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks. Maybe. She seemed tore up about the choice. I don't take issue with folks clinging to whatever, but when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue. If only DeVries had shared in that good judgment, huh?
Reckon there's got to be someone on the island who could...
Juliana. Oh, my Juliana. Even though I now rank among the Protectorate's foes, I hoped you would return to me. Every night I would sneak out of Fairfield, despite the danger, desperate to find you. Hoping you would see fit to join your wife. Yet no one has heard from you since you went to the Skycutter facility. Not in 2 weeks. I can only assume the worst. I don't feel I can stay in this town any longer. Perhaps if I return
Gonna
to
need a
Suffolk
bigger storeroom for all these orders.
I shall at least learn what became of you. And if you are gone, I hope I shall be executed. Then at least we shall be together.
Take whatever business you're running elsewhere.
Let me guess. Gun keeps jamming, armor don't quite fit snug as you like. State your division and I'll get you outfitted. Quick and proper, or your next provision's free. If you're not with a specific division, I'm supposed to... As Chief Replenishment Officer, it's my privilege to... Tell me what you need, and I'll do my ample best to supply you. No one here but you, me, and several tons of well-oiled machinery. Now there's an odd request. If you... Wait one rat-gone moment. Did Ms. Galloway put you up to this? She asked me for terminal access not even a fortnight ago. I can't for the life of me deduce a reason as to why a greenhouse manager would be interested in military inventory. What kind of plants are we growing in there? I forget to take off my gullible sign today.
Still.
Business is always good. What do you need this time? As a friend... What do you need this time? Good eye. If things had turned out differently, it might be someone else standing here. While I'd be off pilot. Don't have the aptitude for flight, apparently. But this role suits me fine. I like the upward mobility. I like your optimism.
Ano yun? Ano ko sa malam?
How do you eat Purpleberry Crunch? Real warriors eat it right from the box.
Marginal improvements, still improvement, I suppose. Trainee Lindell, be so kind.
Guns are weapons, not toys.
And do we aim weapons at colleagues, or at our own unprotected upper stories? Even in jest? I can assure you they are. The soldiers before you, they're accustomed to being told what to do, when to do it. I'm not one. There's just one problem. I don't know you. So, respectfully, I must ask, What do you feel qualifies you to give instruction to my... Somehow I... Respectfully... Lindell! You've returned. I don't suppose you're here for I'm not aware of any... I understand it must look like violence. Please don't...
Guns are weapons, not tools.
Talk is cheap, but my time is not.
Replenishment terminal key.
I can see the source of the racket, but the void dance. Stranger.
Laptop. Alert, alert lah.
Love to, but I'm not ready.
Heard something.
Fuck off the funny business.
Think I heard something. I'll give it a look. Somebody get that! Can't get to it! Something afoot.
Allah, juga. Lah. Misal ini suara tok dor. Gak ada kadang alert.
Things take time, Commander.
Oke, gini dulu. Pancing dulu.
Think I heard something. I'll give it a look.
Alah. Tapi kok nggak ada ya? Itu hari ini.
Can't you see I'm busy trying to look busy? Protectorate folks must have been bored out of their skulls before we showed up. Now I apparently it's a real shindig. Well, except for the handful of... handful of hullheads who couldn't accept this place as under new management. We sure fixed them. Boy, damn right we did.
Hey.
Might I have a word, Commander? I know I've been pushing to find DeVries, so this might... Got an old friend here on the island. The doctor who patched me up. Tracked on the Westport a short time ago, but never got up the nerve to visit. Not sure he'd still I had some... That starts with writing accounts. This friend of mine, Zebulon Tran, I let him down. And I've been chewing on that live wire for a while. Likely not. We didn't exactly leave. Don't much help to stay mired in it, neither. I think this will help me move forward. After I recovered from Horizon, too small for Zeb. I had my orders. I was to stay low. Couldn't let the Protectorate catch wind of an Earth Directorate agent in its midst. I agree. But the problem, we worked hard, but often than not, our help only made targets of the folks whose lives we were... Yeah, that's what I keep telling... Anyway. Things only later I learned Zeb hadn't given up the struggle like I assumed he would. He got to stay in mental refreshment for his trouble. If it weren't for Zeb, I'd be in the ground. And since finding you, well, a lot feels possible now that didn't before. Much appreciated. Westport's on the east side of...
Baiklah.
Oh, what's this? State your purpose, outsider, or exit yon way you came. I'd actually be convinced if I were. Excuse my circumspection. You travel freely. I'll forgo appealing to your sense of duty, as those expect it's as the rewards are plentiful and handsome. Rare items, ingredients. During recent troubles, unsavory elements. Oh, to the point then. Once you have one of the 10 periodicals in hand, stay true, outside. You've returned. I take it matters are progressing. May safety, amity, and ease be yours.
Nggak salah.
No target. Take nothing there.
Entering a confrontational state. Standing by with life support.
Kaya tahu lagi ya. Ini sih kalau Mikot itu mikot teknik laporan atau sebenarnya itu diskusi dulu bukan ada ini gitu di warning iya di mendaya bukan sih kalau mendaya sih deklarasi kan juga kan bisa bikin usaha kamu bikin usaha aja Iya. Sorry, stop.
No, Jackson, don't! Don't fret. With these boots, I can fly!
Jackson! Jackson! Switch your broken legs if you can hear me, Jackson! Don't you die on me, Jackson! You're too young to be a crater in the dirt!
Oh, Law, I can't believe he jumped that way.
Sir, I know this isn't the time, but are they gonna put us to the gallows for this?
What? No. That ain't how we operate in Auntie's Choice, Liza. We might be looking at a pretty fierce demotion for losing half our workforce and getting stuck up here, though.
Demotion to fertilizer?
No. Now cease your
Hey, you! You down there! Would you mind checking on our fellow? Might he have survived the fall? No, wait! Please! You can't just leave us up here to die!
Poor Jackson wasn't raised in the Protectorate with a mind for... They're experimental. If you activate the plasma thrusters when you're already airbound, they could give you a fair bit of extra boost. It should let you turn a quick hop into a surprisingly grand vault.
Oh, thank you.
Ini dia orang dah dia cinta selama. Kalau dia berarti mau dipikir dia itu kalau sudah koyon dah, mau itu cinta dia bukan sudah koyon, jadi bukan. Dia macam dia pun dia orang cukup habis buat begini. Dia orang dulu, tapi dulu. Saya memang ini.
them. They're found in bandages and burn tinctures.
Bersih, gitu kan.
If you don't have that drive overloader, ascending may be a
PPP
waste.
kan yang keren ya. PPP kan. Iya.
That's it? It was that easy?
Deh, isi mungkin yo ngobrol masalah foto, ngobrol banyak tapi BPJS gitu ya.
Oh, thank the law. I never thought of myself as a...
I mirror that sentiment, to be certain. In fact, Auntie will have to pay me triple if heights are to be involved. And isn't it grand to be in a system that allows me that freedom?
I agree with Liza. I'm inclined to keep a few... Here's your reward for evacuating us with all our parts intact. I perhaps ain't as awash and it was useful for identifying crops we'd missed in our harvest. But to be honest, I'd like a...
Oh, that is cool.
Loh, iya mas gue sak durunge kontrak setro kan itu kalau supir iki lewat dulu. Kan sebut juga. Apa pikirannya bisa lancar, omongannya lancar. Bukti sih.
I can't believe some of those protectorate hull heads just couldn't see the benefits.
People think I got ejected from the saloon because I'm 3 sheets to the wind. Well, maybe I am drunk. Drunk on bold ideas.
Welcome, welcome. See anything you like? Well, if it is... What I meant to say is that we now have the new improved Purple Berry Crunch. Now... Oh, that? That's nothing. Just, anyway, let's try this again. Welcome to More Perfect Goods. Like they say.
Sao thằng phải ngồi lui, chẳng ta nên được vậy thì hướng sẽ lên đó
Extra coaster lah. Resep ya.
Orang semua saat ini bos cuci soalnya dua kata sungguh-sungguh
A lot of fresh blood in the talent pool around here with these protectorate defective.
di sini di sopir apa dia kan
You've been gone a while. How'd it go? Tell me you got good news. Why, that's terrible. But you said you have the schematics? I'll take those. What? Sovereign's finest potato corollary. Jackson, you idiot! Ah! It's a good thing he's dead, because if he wasn't, I'd kill him! There's no... God damn it! This was supposed to be my easy path to a promotion. Tell me, did you come across any other advanced protectorate technology while you were there? Anything more... well... personal thrusters? Well, here's all I can spare in regards to your compensation. In the unlikely event that...
Buổi trước sẽ đi đường này. Tại giờ tao đi đây là tôi sẵn là pin ở đây này.
You ever find yourself with too much disposable income? I got plenty of ideas on how to dispose of it.
Kemarin lu kayak sampai lagi mana dia kok udah foto lah.
yet you see fit to keep me in a constant state of consternation. With each unauthorized act, you jeopardize our hold of Fairfield.
Yes, but you must understand, the Protectorate citizenry is a hair's breadth from defection. Within the week, I'm certain.
Certain. Like the week prior and the week before that. Impressive foresight you wield. Should apply to join the Order of the Ascendant.
It would be difficult enough to convert the stubborn populace without your soldiers' constant, ill-advised forays.
Enough! Your yipping reminds me of my 2 old canids. I loved those canids. You, on the other hand, are trying my patience. We don't want to try Auntie's patience, do we?
No, Auntie.
Yes, I thought not. Now, unless you care to see what life in the lower rungs looks like, you will both of you cease your foolish maneuvering immediately. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Auntie.
Good. See that it is done. I will brook no more disappointments. And while you're at it, you might want to look into your security situation, Commander. I'm not accustomed to an audience when addressing my subordinates.
Who in the void? Eavesdropping on Auntie's choice business is like to get a body shot for spine. Though you're not wanting for moxie. I'll give you that.
Now hold a moment, Car. When opportunity comes visiting, perhaps it's better not to riddle it full of holes. Our new compatriot may be of assistance.
A surprisingly good point, especially from you. She only forbade us using our own personnel. Be a whole other matter were a stranger to happen to aid one of us. But which? Well, you seem an observant sort, so I expect you'll tire of Milver Street's bluster soon enough. Come see me before agreeing to whatever absurdity he proposes. Unlike him, I have some work actually befitting your time. I'll be waiting.
Alone at last. I never thought she'd leave. Now then, allow me to introduce myself. I am D.B. Milver Street, Minister of Marketing, Duke of Demographics, Commercial Condottiere, President of Promotional Material. Tell me, do you believe in signs? I sell to the gullible and impressionable. You, however, seem a mite too clever to buy what I'm peddling. No, friend, I've got something better in mind. I do not believe in signs. I believe in opportunities. Right now, at this moment, you and I have an opportunity to save countless lives. But I'm hardly the type to beg and ask for nothing in return. Tell me, what do you desire of this island?
Se bisa sampai tambah. Ayan.
Ambitious, aren't we? Easily the best protected location on Paradise Island. Hardly a place for a stroll. But if you assist me, I promise to get you inside. Better yet, helping me shall result in our saving dozens, no, hundreds of lives. Your conscience shall be renewed. Can't blame a body for wanting to practice, can you? Fine. I'll give it to you straight then. Auntie may demand Carr and I do nothing, but for each moment I remain inactive, dozens fall in meaningless combat. I seek a persuasive. The Protectorate utilizes a procedure known as mental refresh. The Ministry of Accuracy contains vital information about. I previously sent a grafted soldier, Trooper Ceylon, to retrieve said information, but I have not heard from her in some time. Consequently, I must presume the worst. Protectorate subjects willingly submit themselves to a kind of mental but I have reason to believe that their system is less rigid than Protectorate leadership would. Yes. One additional word of warning. The good Commander Carr shall not take kindly to your working with me, though that is a bridge most worth burning in my...
Watch out for that Auntie Cleo. I know she don't look it, but she's more dangerous than she seems. Even the whole of Spacer's Choice couldn't help me for her.
You there. Still got work if you're looking. You're here early. I expected you'd be on the receiving end of milk. I'm Officer Babylon Carr, head of aggressive acquisitions and persons. Now, not to say I question the presence of a wayward sightseer in the midst of a war-torn waste, but it might be safer for us both if I knew the Vox, eh? Bent on bloody. Although, if you were keen on continuing to draw breath, perhaps you and I could broker a deal. There are Protectorate vitals need bled. You could do the bleeding. I haven't broken an idealist over my knee in ages. Open your ears. Engage a detachment in open combat. Expect dozens dead on both sides, such as war. Milver Street, for all his book learning, doesn't seem capable of understanding such. I hope you're a sharper sort than he, willing to do what must be done. My employer would assuredly be filled with wrath if it were my forces I were committing. If you fail, I'll be out nothing, and Auntie shall be none the wiser. And if you succeed, I can't be blamed if my plans came to fruition on their own. I want the Protectorate war effort exsanguinate. There's a particular holding we shelled early in the war. My scouts report recent Protectorate should note, the ministers like to take our working together as a personal affront. Aid me, and I suspect he'll rescind any offer he may have made to you. Certainly could. I wouldn't shed a tear on behalf of those drones. The repair center itself needs to be permanently put out of commission. Anything else is temporary. Do you suggest that our good minister has lost patience with... He's devoted to his half measures. I'll give him that. Milver Street's grinning manipulation won't earn nothing but more of our own dead. Work with me. Think all you like.
Knew you'd be back. What do you need this time? Those hoople heads. Well, I thank you for helping them out. Sorry you had to go out of your way. I'm not sure why she didn't just tell me that in the first place. Key card to access the terminals, right here on the boxes beside me. Feel free to nab it.
Alah. Oh, 192 guys.
Hello again. You get that inventory issue sorted? How grand. That officially mops up the last of the mess from the buffoons that came before me. And while this might be a tad fewer bits than you were hoping for, just keep watching for paintings of a stylish yellow rose with a split black circle near the middle.
Gabi.
Like more out, bro. Di sini.
I suppose it was only a matter of time until we were discovered.
Yo.
But what an odd thing to die for. Apples.
Is that not why you've come? Because you discovered our recent larceny at the greenhouse?
The greenhouse's stolen bounty offered a healthy
Salam.
alternative to gorging ourselves on
Huh?
that vending machine poison. Alas, I was spotted on 1 or 2 forays. I am merely quivering with rage over this insulting interrogation. And that scent you so subtly pointed out is the aroma of noble effort. Foreign to you, I'm sure.
Thought I saw you disappear in here. Oh. Seems I've stumbled into quite the shindig. You lot been hiding out in here all this time? Touch cramped, ain't it?
Please, stay. It would please me to end the lives of 2 invaders as opposed to 1.
Not very copacetic, are you folks?
If this exchange is not to your liking, I can accommodate you with a bullet instead. And if I deny your assessment?
Come again?
Ordinarily, I would feel confident about having the superior number. But as you pointed out, our condition is rather deleterious at the moment. Very well. With so many invaders yet to slay, I would be remiss to relinquish our lives in such an unworthy duel. We surrender. For now.
That was some slick talking. Can't believe you got them to surrender without firing a shot. I thought for sure we'd have to blast our way out of here. Guess I had this mystery all wrong. A small part of me was hoping... Nah, never mind. It's downright foolish. I lost a friend in the invasion. A good friend. Thought maybe all this was her trying to send me a message of some kind. Like I said, I appreciate that. Never really talked about the direction of my thoughts on this topic.
Why do you linger? Do you enjoy watching us so abased?
Being this close. Anyway. Need something, Commander?
Spare me your falsities.
Practically a detective now. I wonder what other mysteries around here need solved.
Oke, dapat perks.
Let's look at wildlife.
Hostile wildlife. Familial classification of Raptidon. Detected ahead.
I swear that wasn't planned. Bugs locked and loaded. Just give the signal. Commander, watch!
Atas aja.
Slow down. Schultz went where? Sakes alive. Schultz!
Just because we're not fighting doesn't mean I ain't keeping my lamps on you.
Stop that scrounging around. Knock off the funny bit. You seen Gary anywhere? No, he went off to relieve himself, but I reckon that was.
Anyone got lamps on Schultz? Anyone? Floyd be dick. Did I not make clear?
I'm afraid there's more bad news, Commander. She.
Would that he'd done her more good. You there. I don't normally sanction nameless passers-by giving ear to my private discourse. You have some brass sauntering into my... Whatever your purpose, I feel a contractual obligation. No Anti's forces are permitted beyond the forward position upon pain of disemployment and possible litigation. Our orders are to sit and mind the store for as long as need be. First Officer Schultz's decision to enter the minefield was not sanctioned. Schultz was a good soldier. Admirable sense of duty. Less than optimal. By steadfastly holding the line here, we forestall any retribution the Protectorate would seek to inflict upon Fairfield. And we will continue, said watch, until orders change. I'd thank you to affix some ballast to that name when you speak it. Scrabbles has been integral to this unit's success for years.
Schultz obviously knew the risks and hoped he'd protect her through the minefield. Alas, I'll pardon your skepticism given your lack of acquaintance and say only this. Ask not. But I confess, the challenge. But I would prefer to avoid staining my reputation by participating in such a needless blunder. Carr was, shall we say, non-ambiguous with her orders. Far be it from me to speak poorly of a superior. Still, however brightly my star burns, I remain in her orbit. I will take action.
Okay. I see you haven't gone and blown yourself up yet. I'll be spaced. Scrabbles! Hardly the worse for wear! Scrabbles was originally a gift from my daughter. He's also packed with some of the finest grade stimulants this side of legal. Here, for your trouble. Livener like that comes in handy when you're in a pinch. While we appreciate you returning Scrabbles, you'll not provoke me into a course of unwise action if that's your aim. I will...
Negative. Pharmaceutical reload in progress.
Take a look at those corpses they've got strung up. Wait. Some aren't dead yet.
Decomposition rate 12 to 17%.
Didn't really need to know that. Let's just respect the dead or very slowly dying, shall we?
You there. Keep your hands where I can see them. Stranger, consider yourself lucky that I've been ordered to not open fire unless fired upon. I will not suffer an outsider to trespass and trample further through our lands. Turn back from this bridge now, lest my ever-depleting prudence be spent. There is nothing beyond this chasm neither you nor those antis...
Protest as you like, but Protectorate's got no authority over us. We'll go where we please. And thank you to steer clear.
You outsiders come here and spit in the face of the Sovereign, then claim it is we who are wrong. I have half a mind to apprehend you for your impudence. Out of the question, if you are not a loyal Protectorate, he's been fervent of late. Looking for any Protectorate subjects who have displayed disloyalty, in his estimation. Indeed. Any associations with wrongdoers results in swift execution. That has, unfortunately, put many folk in his sights, myself included. And so we wait for the proverbial axe to fall. Well, don't you have a penchant for solving? I know of 2 traitors who yet remain on this island. Bring them to me. In return, I shall grant you clear...
A lot more folks are gonna die if we don't catch up to DeVries. We have to consider our options, even the ugly ones. If these folks are deserving, maybe it's worth it.
Trial. And their crimes are as clear as the Sovereign's blue skies? These traitors have committed grave offenses. There's a wide gulf between justice and madness, and many interpretations of the law land on the right side. I commend you for your eager interest. I think 2 traitors in particular. First is Ida. I once had utmost respect for her. But reportedly, she's not only failed to die, but is also teaching the enemy soldiers how to use the equipment. Conspiring against us. The second traitor I seek is Charlton Weintraub of Westport. He too failed to die defending his home during the... But Charlton, well, I must deal with him personally. Oh, how I anticipate wiping that smug expression off his face. An outrageous notion. Fairfield was never my jurisdiction. I am through justifying myself, but beware if you step out of line.
We're closed.
Nice it.
Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan.
Best friend.
Why are you asking? Who are you?
The people she tried to kill.
By the architect. I had no idea. I wish I could say it was unbelievable. I was afraid she was becoming a danger to herself and to others. But this is horrifying.
Yeah, imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
The anguish she always seemed to battle with, I fear it may have finally overwhelmed her. And could likely be what's driven her to her present course of action. No. But even not knowing the details, I could see it troubled her. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going to do something terrible, but I just don't know what. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor. How did... You saw her terminal, didn't you? Victor's an Order archivist. We were all friends for a time. But then, shortly before the schism, they started talking to some others inside the Order. That's when things became tense. I started to become uneasy, scared, really. She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me. Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. It was the one where capitalist fanatics brought complete destruction upon Arcadia. But you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Didn't matter to DeVries, though. She just kept going over it and over it. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That, and the invasion itself, set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again. She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. Or worse.
Quá anh nghe nói sẽ từ đó TV đi ra bên Huế ăn xịt nam xịt tặng anh ấy một trường sao cũng cả sao Mas. Imagine mo tinggal lupa ba na ang so po na. Di kontrak no. Oh. Ya, didol angel soalnya kudu balik nama pewarise. Pewarise kudu ono. Angel disukun soalnya kadang aku kudu sapa biyen. Ya, sampai dia pada aneh Meli lang terus sampe Mbak Meli ya. Terus ono aku njaluk aku. Soalnya pemilik pertama itu kudu tanda tangan. Ada itu sih. Ya, lah pemilik pertama sapa Ndek Feli ku Pak wajib ya. Pewarise sapa? Wis rada kuwet. Saiki lek Ndek Sukun, lek mbiyen gampang, Mbak. Tabletku nang ndi ya, Le? Ngawe arek-arek dibangun lah. Ya, Ben. Gak jatuh. Satu sepiro emang, Mbak? Receh suka ya jual. Kamu nih ya Mbak? Oh iya. Susuke kok guru ono. 31 kurang 30. Iya,
No. But it had to be someone's fault, right? The Protectorate couldn't possibly have failed to safeguard the colony. And they had to answer the accusations the Order leveled at them. We became friends when she saved me. For some reason, she interceded on my behalf with an Arbiter. And she convinced him he didn't hear what he actually did. No one does that. Void, I didn't think anyone could.
She ain't the only one.
She said learning the truth of things was worth it. But now I question whether her truth... Some days I wish I'd never listened to her at all.
Know a little something about that, too.
It is inexplicable to me as well. After the corporatists invaded Paradise Island and took over Fairfield, they seemed to let anyone in there. Some boisterous fellow even tried to recruit me. Yes, and I am shamed to admit it. Though if she hadn't wanted me to, she wouldn't have told me the code. Same one she used for everything.
That is Agent DeVries's identification code, Commander.
She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty. What do you mean? It was where she worked, one of the Protectorate's communications hubs. She didn't speak of it much, at least to me. She may have spoken to Victor about it. I know I've no right to ask this of you, but when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. That's all.
Cái đồ vô biển linh đồ là cái chỗ chèn thì thường.
Bảo video nó thử chơi luôn bảo cái luôn anh.
Chạy em nghe đi máy.
Emergency protocols ready.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander. Hey, what in the where now? Hey, got a distraction for you. I'm the one you need to worry about.
Sampai ke gap.
First promotion accelerating activities done, and we've already got dropouts. Doozy of a drop too. Can't believe Ormsby pegs these people as executive material.
Ya wes be ayah nonton nih lo. Dah pu ayah selalu ke anu pu selak menemukan kesibukan lain.
Task was about upward mobility. 3 died hanging the ropes. Told them they were doing it wrong. Dead include Assistant Hagen. Another slackwits.
Show some respect.
Like you care. You didn't even participate.
I told you, I got a cute lumbago.
Time to break camp for the next skill building exercise, which I will surely dominate. This is Sanitation Specialist Cutshaw, soon to be VP of something big, signing off.
Don't even think about disrupting the marketplace.
Riffs like this have been popping up all over the place, surprisingly. They're harmless.
Saran. Flashlight.
Spatial anomaly detected. Physical engagement is not recommended at this time.
Careful of friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us. A real code 472. 472 means they're gonna fill anything that moves full of holes.
I don't even want to think about the damage those crabbles are gonna do to my machines.
They're crabbles. They ain't gonna do nothing to your precious terminal. Only thing they're dangerous.
Word is Milver Street is ordering a watch on the protectorate survivors in Westport. Once any changes reported, they kind of work. That always sounds like so much.
training ain't even on my contract. Silver Street is offering bits rewards for
Scout report. Yes, sir. Looks like the repair center is still out of order, sir. Excellent. At ease, Scout.
Be advised. Physiological cues indicate acute cantankerousness in nearby armed guards. A stealthy approach is suggested. Readying assault protocols. Confronting threat. potential combatant in the vicinity. Danger. Stranger ahead.
Looks like that lab tech was trying to retrieve something from that terminal. Almost made it, too. Damn. Well, good deed, I suppose.
Myself full of indignation about anything and everything.
Why is this door open? Isn't this lab meant to be secure? Doesn't anyone else have standards in this place?
You want high security? I'll give you high security!
Did you have an appointment?
Squaring up! Standard reloading for you now, huh?
Ain't nothing there.
Shoddy workmanship, I tell you.
Right through me.
I grow exceedingly cross.
Came over me. Touching me. Any little thing, I swear.
Coming up on some foes.
Shoddy workmanship, I tell you. My latest source of annoyance!
Whatever went wrong here, I wager it's got to do with that red substance. Might be best we look and don't touch.
Following the rules of the game. It's like the rules are just a guide for what not to get caught doing. And all this is just sloppy. Why is it that I just want to choke the life out of everyone today?
Hello? Hello? Ain't nothing there.
Panglima dia, Bu.
You there? You're likely a three dice for yes. Could it be? You seem an honest-to-goodness rational human being, unhindered by bloodlust, unshackled from their basal ganglia. Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, under Outbreak Provision 5A, I hereby press you into service to aid me in our present crisis. I, Elman Ormsby, Product Envisioner, Department of Proprietary Methodology and Audacious Advances, am your interim supervisor. Yes, tragedy has befallen a number of my subordinates. I will trust you not to make light of such heart-rending events. But back to the exciting news about this incredible new opportunity. You working for me, as an aide-de-camp of sorts, on a brief yet no doubt exhilarating assignment. Our lab had been researching the red spores that grow nearby to see if they might contribute to future Auntie's Choice products. As per usual, we threw precaution to the wind. A local spore sample interacted with a wonderfully preservative-rich diet of Auntie's Choice personnel, inadvertently leading to a chance reaction causing profound irritability. To a somewhat homicidal degree, it would seem to appear. By that measure, our work here could be considered a moderate success. Well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down... Oh, dear. It's occurred to me this might benefit to some extent from medical training. Are you perhaps someone well-versed with pharmacological matters? Apologies. Tremendous. Well then, before we roll up our sleeve, we'll need two things. Fresh samples of the red spores. After that, an antidote should be possible in relatively short order, with your skilled assistance, of course. How exceedingly fortunate. Spore samples may be taken from a red plant indigenous to an area of tall rock formations northwest of here. Once we have an antidote...
Typical Auntie's Choice. Moving fast and breaking things.
Engaging.
Here, field report update. We are approaching the Raptidon den. These beasts have exhibited excessive irritability as of late. We endeavor to determine why. Surely the red spores aren't to blame. Wind-borne spores lack the catalytic agent of our food additives. Only way to be certain is to gather a stool sample. Simple enough. A routine task for the Audacious Advances field team. Quiet now as we approach the rat's nest. Certainly the spirited variety will offer... Oh, no! Oh, okay. We need to run now!
Confronting threat.
So huge.
Samples acquired. This quantity should be enough to produce the antidote.
Anyway, need something, Commander? Sure.
Silencer.
Ain't ready yet.
Reading rek.
Allow me to give this a cursory eyeball and... perfect. I'm sure we have the correct neutralizing agent here in the lab. I'll nose out the exact compound within our chemical reserves in 2 shakes of a rat's tail. Well, it's a textbook example of the medulla oblongata wagging the cerebellum. Although, frankly, there's a plethora of ways to stimulate the reptile brain into such a flurry. None of the previous methods were anywhere close to being this commercially viable. But where there's a will, there's a way to make a profit. Honestly, this whole process is 1 part scientific testing, 2 parts improvisation, and a dash of pure, undiluted panache. Exactly what we do best. Well, it's only a matter of time. Normally, I'd say perfection can't be hurried, but there. I have enabled the device, and it will be getting working and... I cannot wait to put this entire sordid affair behind us. I saw you working the chemical synthesizer. I presume you were successful in creating an antidote? Oh, please. Reject cynicism. Choose positivity. Whimsy. Delight. Those are the waters I want to swim in, not mired in that sort of swamp. I feel that so much, don't you? Well, sometimes share... Why, it could have been me out there, you know. Thankfully, I benefited by having advanced knowledge of what might occur, and safely situated myself here.
I think we should.
Well, I mean, did I play fast and loose to produce results quickly? Of course. We're Auntie's choice. That's how we operate. Did I turn the lab itself into an experiment? Meh. Research is an ongoing cavalcade of ethical dilemma and outward regret. At the end of the day, the only rule Auntie has is don't get caught. But you won't tell, though, yes? We're still chums, though, you and I, having come through so much together. Wonderful, wonderful! Knew you seemed a bankably reliable sort. All right. I am activating the air filtration system. There. Should only take a few. Marvelous. You'll find your remuneration in the chest behind me. My suit. I, Ahmed Ormsby, under the power granted me by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, hereby free you from be seeing you.
I got what the. Ooh. Ooh. That's cool. Guys.
We were sent to relieve the troops here? What went on in this place?
Glad you're okay, guys.
How about I do my job, and you do whatever it is you do.
Well, that's not the first time I've blacked out and lost a day. I miss anything?
Don't even think about disrupting the marketplace.
your command.
What is this? What kind of infrastructure? I'm a survivor. Everything seems good.
Sit or sprint? Typical predicament for an anti-bottom runger like me. Wish I never snuck in here to begin with. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Nah, it was a great idea. So much stuff for the taking around here. Motherload of loot. Plenty to get me back in the sprite race. Just didn't account for all these crabbles. Real fly in the old ointment. I could just sit tight, live lean off all these supplies, hunt the crabble skedaddle, or maybe open the door and bolt. Seems like a good idea. Nah, it's a great idea.
Just
Dia bang. Ya ada Pak. Mas Teh sanes paketan nggih. Pinten Pak? 50 nggih. Oke.
This looks like the place. Lord, I haven't felt this high-strung since Horizon Point. Just hope it's here.
Niles.
Howdy, Zeb. You look... well.
Always put your hands on other people's things. Has my mind been set upon by shadows? I thought you dead.
Can't imagine why you think that. I've only been gone 4 years.
Oh, back from your little saunter then, are you? Head all cleared? I must say you took quite the perambulation. I hope you didn't wear out your rotation adapters. And who precisely are you? Another Earth Directorate cast-off? So, you are keeping company these days. Just not mine.
Hang fire, Commander. Look, I'm not just here to gas you up with empty apologies. I want to set things right between us.
Oh, now you want to help. Where were you when the war happened? Or when I was being carted off to mental refreshment? Where were you when I actually needed you?
I know I let you down before, but give me a chance to earn back your trust. There must be something I can lend you a hand with. I know you haven't given up the fight.
I haven't the time to patch your bleeding conscience, Niles. I'm in a situation that demands my full attention.
It's Baines. My team's been caught. Pharaoh and March are dead. Protectorate are holding the rest for interrogation. A ship is inbound to take us off-world, to the consul himself. I barely managed to evade capture. Damn it! It looks like the data went through, but there's something wrong with the connection. The cipher isn't transmitting.
Found her! You there! Step away from that terminal at once!
Audra? Fuck! It's all coming apart.
Ooh, somebody is in trouble.
I knew something was wrong. What have you gotten yourself into here, Zeb?
That was one of my operatives. I organized the mission to infiltrate the Vox to acquire valuable intelligence. But obviously, something's gone wrong. Without that cipher, the intelligence is worthless. But I'm more concerned about my people at the moment. If you're sincere in your desire to help, prove it. Rescue my friends before that ship departs with them on board. Please.
I am. Without question.
Okay. If they're sending a ship, that means my people are being held on the Vox's landing pad. Use my call sign so they'll know you for an ally. I'm certain Niles remembers it.
And do exercise discretion, as well as caution. The guards at the Vox won't hesitate to fire upon you, should you be discovered.
Not to worry. This is exactly the sort of thing we're trained to handle.
Yes, but the uniform doesn't stop bullets, as I'm sure you recall.
Good thing we know a doctor then.
Then let's hope the ship also takes its time arriving, and that my friends... I'll answer what I can. If you must know, it was my sister. A neighbor reported her for some... The woman who returned was nigh unrecognizable. Then I met Niles. He told me the truth about other colonies.
Entering a confrontation.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when. Just shoot in the thin air. I'm the one you need to worry about. Come at me.
Trust the plan, preserve set progress, sustain the system, serve the sovereign.
A fine quote. My favorite is that you have entered a
Did you hear? They're letting anyone who wants to train at the Arbiter's facility.
But the paradigm says we are to spend our lives in our predetermined profession.
That's why it's so generous of the sovereign to let us become tiny cogs in the great war machine.
matriarch and sovereign chose Eden, the perfect ecotope as our home, and devised a paradigm as...
Greetings! However, I may offer you a limited selection of pre-initiating.
Food is nutritious and plentiful. We have everything.
Greetings! However, I may offer you a limited initiating.
Ammo.
Moment to rightly appreciate it all. And thank
Appeared right out of the aether. Just as I caught me reciting passage, that part always hits me directly. To quote my personal log, an essential passage, rightful and true. Charlton Weintrot. Did I? Not again. Oh, this? It's a birthmark, skin condition, both, about which I am rather sensitive, thank you very kindly.
Auntie's choice, purple berry crunch cereal.
A purple what now? Is that an actual term in use? I don't know. You come in here spouting made-up words and, boy, that's wonderful. I'm actually quite relieved others in Westport fail to perceive my a reference you'll no doubt recognize from those keen Auntie's Choice commercials. Why, they are certainly inspiring. There's this one character. You and I are just like him. Get up and go-getters. Say, did Auntie's Choice send you here? Don't fret, I am exceedingly skilled at keeping secrets. If I am not the person for it, I would be most surprised. Do tell.
or the base individualists within Auntie's Choice. Though don't fret, the system is resilient. The system abides.
My uncle's child. That side of the family is obstinate and mean. No, I'd hardly risk life and limb trying to convert her. That seems neither prudent nor wise. I value my neck and do not intend to hang. Oh, did you have another mission in mind? Of course.
Gray gone astray? Book a stay today. Are you?
Prudence dictates that we watch our neighbors. I may just invite them over.
Insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage.
The wireless said that flood in Westport is routine maintenance to remove the dust that keeps building up in our doorframes.
Sovereign really does think of everything.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, our sense of community.
Right now, the paradigm needs our houses underwater. Hopefully it'll need them dry again someday, but until then, it's a short swing.
It's infected.
down for possession.
Redstone arrives soon, we'll have to start cutting.
Of course, it's part of the Sovereign's plan. He floods our houses, which makes more habitat for fish, which offers us more to eat, which gives us the strength to build new houses. But then, how do I cook the fish?
Everyone's neighbor Prudence was my actual neighbor. Except my domicile is presently underwater.
You walked in here under your own steam and appear reasonably free of cuts, burns, or... Good. Because we've got more of that than we can handle. You haven't heard? When Antes invaded, they broke the seawall.
Flooded. A number of our... Took a while for our water purifier to catch up. So some... Alright.
Anjir.
Greetings.
Rich natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex ecological network. To govern it, the matriarch working with
This unit's current work task takes priority.
It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome, but where are my manners? We do not have Serving Unit 1. Something for the visitor at 1?
Confirm.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light, I believe something still can be done.
Comestibles served.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our... We are not miracle workers, however. Without part, we need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts. Oh, you failed to hear the loudspeakers on the way in? Protectorate law finds us guilty of treason on account of letting Westport fall prey to these fine and decent folk. If I can return the settlement to a reasonable facsimile of its... The arbiters might see fit to penalize only me. Commute the others' sentences. Allow them to maintain things around here. Hence my use of... I owe it to every single person here to try. What sort of payment do you seek? Don't imagine we have much you need. Enough to lead and inspire those who work there, once at least. I was previously the ranking vigilant on this. I don't know. In exchange for the auto... Never dream of such a proposal in days of reason and quiet. Wonderful. My unavoidable... The parts can be found at the Euphoria Coast Automech Repair. To get inside, you will need an access pass from the Ministry of Accuracy. Since we have all been marked as traitors, farewell now.
Individualism ran rampant. Depletion of resources and lack of community led to terrible suffering. Poor dears didn't have the firm but benevolent hand. The paradigm affords us a perfect life of contentment and plenty. We have community, purpose, time for recreation. Sleep well at night. Work isn't strenuous or stressful. Food is nutritious and plentiful. We have every...
Hey there, go-getter. Why, hello again. Any new business to discuss involving secret sympathies and sugary spoils? If I am not the person for it, I would be most surprised. Do tell. My uncle's child. That seems neither prudent nor wise. I value my neck and do not intend to hang. Of course. Hey there, go-getter.
Our duty to the Protectorate.
I need to speak. Speech.